back to Pure Lottie. So today's video I am recreating my Bonnie Parker costume from my 1930s 30th birthday party from last week. So my husband and I did dress as Bonnie and Clyde, so if you want to see how I did this look, then make sure you keep watching. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button down below because it really helps me out. And if you're new, don't forget to join the family, hit that subscribe button, change that notification bell to all so you don't miss any of my future videos.
So to start off with, I just started off with my hair the night prior.
Okay, so I've had these in all day now, so I'm going to continue on now. Now, just quickly before I put my outfit on, I just wanted to show you, I will link these below. I picked up this skirt from Shein and it had a little bit of like mesh stuff on the bottom, and what we actually did was we took the mesh off and then re-hemmed the bottom of it because I didn't want the mesh. And then to bring it in down the bottom, we just added an extra bit of sewing there just to bring it in so it looked more like a pencil skirt from like the 1930s. So that was the bottoms that I did use. And for the shirt, I just picked up this cropped like mustardy yellow long sleeve shirt. Just looks like this. And I already had a black belt from City Chic. Sorry, that shirt was from Shein as well. I had this black belt, which it's either City Chic or Crossroads. It doesn't tell me which one it's from. Majority of my belts are City Chic normally. And yeah, I just popped that around the top to try and stop the top lifting up and the skirt falling down. Then from Shein, I did order this little scarf thing, and I had that around my neck as well. And then again from Shein, I got majority of my costume from there, was this little hat. So we had that placed on my hair when I do my hair, and we had it all like clipped on nicely and everything. So that is what my costume is. So I'm gonna quickly change into the skirt, belt and top real quick, and then we're gonna do the makeup, and then I will do my hair, jewelry and the accessories. So I've just quickly changed into the outfit. Can't see it full length. I will take you off once I've finished and show you full length. But this is the t-shirt, the skirt and the belt. Now you can see my bra through it. It is very see-through, but once you add the scarf on, it hides that. Otherwise you can just wear like a singlet or something underneath, so then it isn't any, you know, you don't see any bra, you're seeing a singlet instead. But with my hot flushes, I did like have to take off the singlet underneath during the night because it was so hot. So yeah, I noticed that the scarf covered most of it, so I'm not putting singlet on today because it is hot. So let's jump into some makeup. Okay, so for the makeup, to go in line with the theme. I did try and do like a very old style makeup, so please excuse my hair, we will do that after. But what I did was I grabbed the brow powder and I placed that through my natural eyebrows, and then I just set it with a little bit of brow gel. So what I did do differently though was I didn't brush them like upwards, and I didn't really tidy it up super well. Like I tidied it up, but I didn't do that noticeable tidying up. So I went in with this to start off with, and I just made them like dark because they did have quite dark brows, and it was sort of very like defined, like it was like they just colored in over top of the brow. So they didn't brush them up, they didn't have them thin or anything like that. It was really like their natural brows. So then I basically brushed it through so that it wasn't like super dark, but it wasn't light either. So a bit like that. I'll just clean up this very edge where I brushed it out, this very top part. I really don't like makeup wipes, so I actually use baby wipes instead. I don't have any reactions to those. Then I just grabbed any brow gel. I'm just using the L'Oreal brow gel here, and I basically just like set them all in place, but remembering not to brush it up like how we do our brows now. It's a bit like this, and then I just sort of tried to make sure that my brow hairs went where I have like sparse brows. I just make them a little bit more even. It's a bit like that. So I did that, and then I just grabbed a real small amount of my Tarte Shape Tape concealer, and I just went around them just to tidy them up a tad, but I didn't go like over the top or anything. So I mainly based underneath, and then a little bit here, just to clean up like the real dark patches. So I'll blend that in a lot more with like foundation, but I don't take much at all because they didn't really clean them up. Okay, just to show you that. And then I just grab my makeup sponge and just blend that in a tiny bit. I'm too lazy to go wet my sponge at the moment. So that's what I did for my brows. So it's nothing over the top. It's a little bit darker than what I would normally do it, and I haven't put them up, but it still looks like nice. Like I can still happily go out with brows like this and not like stress. So then I basically just went in with my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer and my L'Oreal Paris Infallible Mattifying Foundation in, it's now 110 Rose Vanilla. This one's 11 Vanilla because I stocked up on them. Then I went in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I just popped a little bit of that underneath my eyes to get rid of the darkness. And then I set my whole face in the translucent powder from Nikki Joy Cosmetics. So I'm just going to quickly speed through and do that. So real quick, one thing to note is I did use this on my eyelids as well because they were very pale. Like they didn't try and darken up. So I just kept it like this, and I noticed a lot of the pictures and stuff, they didn't actually use like much eyeshadow, if any at all. It was all like their natural eyes. So I'm just going over my eyelids with the same foundation, concealer and setting powder, just so it all blends into one. So once that was all set in place, just like this, I didn't go over the top because they didn't really do like full coverage or anything like that. I then just grabbed my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and I just grabbed a eyeshadow brush, and I used this just in my crease here and just sort of like deepened it up and blended it out. And this is the only eyeshadow I did, and then whatever's left over I just swooped over the rest of my lid, so it doesn't go the same color, but it has like a tiny tinge of color, so it wasn't a clear like line of bronzer. And I didn't put bronzer anywhere else because they were very pale, so they didn't use bronzer. You can also use just like a brown shadow or a light like creamy beige color. So literally just like that, it's like a very, very small amount of color and it looks very natural. So then for blush, they had very pink cheeks. So what I did was I actually grabbed a little bit of the Flower Beauty Bubbly blush in the liquid one, and then I also grabbed Wild Rose powder one. Now I prefer the color of this one, but it did lift up a little bit on my makeup, so that's why I had to go back in over the top with the powder to sort of cover that up. I really love this color. The only reason why it lifts up my makeup is because I've used powder already on my face to set it down, so I really should do this before putting my powder on. Alright, this is working much better today. I've used just a dry sponge rather than my fingers or a brush, and I feel like as though it's pressing into my skin rather than like lifting it. So I don't think I really need to go over with the powder, but I'm going to put just a tiny bit on. Just use a really small brush. Just makes it stand out that little bit more. Okay, there's a little bit too much right there, so I'm just gonna grab my beauty blender that I used for my foundation and just go over the top and press it in. We'll just take whatever's left on here and see, blend it down that little bit so it's not so super bright. Yep, I think that's even. So that was the two blushes combined. I think they work really nicely together. So then I didn't do any highlighter or anything like that because I don't think they did have highlighter back then. So this is basically the makeup. So then I just went in with some mascara and I did my lips as well. Now I did use my waterproof version of my L'Oreal Lash Paradise. I'm not going to use that today because I don't need to. I'm just recreating this for a video. But I used the waterproof on the night so that it didn't budge or go anywhere. And in case I did get teary, which I did at one point, then I wouldn't have any issues. So I've just put a very small amount of this primer on, the top lashes only, just to enhance my natural lashes. And then I'm just using the non-waterproof version of the same mascara. And I just lightly coated them. And I'm very small layer on the bottoms. I'm just looking in the mirror whilst doing this because, you know, don't want to poke my eye out. So that is the makeup. Then I did my lips. Now I can't talk whilst I do my lips, so I'll just quickly show you what I did now. So I used my Senegen's lip scents, and this is in the shade Blue Red. Now this is that lipstick that doesn't move. Now I don't like these for an everyday lipstick, but I really do love them for an event. So I used this on the night, and I'm pretty sure I popped it on about 3 p.m. and it was still on the next morning when I woke up, and I actually had to take it off myself. So I just cleaned my lips off with this. I then put 3 to 4 layers on. Now you're only meant to normally do 3 layers. So if I do more than 3 layers, what I'm doing is I'm just fixing up any mistakes or the edges or anything like that. Then I go in, once it's all dry, go in with the gloss and set it in place, because if I don't put the gloss on, then this is all sticky. If I put my lips together, then it won't stay there. So I give this a good shake as well. So I'll just speed through this so you don't have to sit here and watch this. Okay, so that is all applied now. So that is how I did my makeup for my birthday as Bonnie Parker. So they had bright red lips, very like pink cheeks, light complexion, very minimal makeup. So that's what it looks like. Now my lipstick is a little bit lopsided, I think, but that's okay. It looks pretty good anyway. So then what I did was I didn't put a necklace on. I just left my necklace on because it's going to be covered by the scarf anyway. So then I basically did my hair. So I'll probably speed through this, but basically what I did was I undone these. Now I've only got 4 in my hair, so it made the curls very thick. I'm trying not to use heat on my hair very often, so that's why I used these. I will pop a clip in of me putting these in. They're best to be popped in and you sleep with them overnight. I popped them in this morning and I'm filming in the afternoon, so hopefully they've worked out. They do also work really well if you have wet hair. I just popped a little bit of product in mine, and I honestly didn't care about the top of my hair because it was going to be covered with this. So whatever way you're comfortable with having them overnight, just do that. And I didn't make them like uniform or anything like that. You literally just do like 4, well, I did 4 in my hair, and just, yeah, go to bed with them. So I'll zoom through this, taking them out and everything. Then I combed through my hair with my fingers, and then I had a wide tooth comb as well that I also used, and then we flung it all to one side. So do this back one. So we flung it all to one side and clipped it, and the other side is the side that I put my hat. So here, this one, I'm now going to flip it over, flip it all over there, like this. So then, just basically run my fingers through, nothing like super intense or anything. We did use the comb on the day, but I don't think I'm gonna have to today because I did put my hair differently this time. On the day I had a part down the middle, so we had to use the comb to help it, but I put it all back this time, so I think that works pretty well. So it gives these beautiful like thick curls. Now you put more of these in, you can have really skinny curls, I became a poodle when I used them the first time. I had very, very, very skinny curls. I will link that video above if you want to check that out. It was quite funny. So if you don't have the hat, I think it's called a beret. I think that's how you pronounce it. My grandma did tell me on my birthday, but I forgot. It's been a week. So if you don't have the hat, you can just do this. They did have like big puffy hair and stuff. I was putting my hat on and I don't like big puffy hair, so I didn't go like full on. I went just that little bit just to give it a little bit of volume. So then basically I had someone else helping me because it was really hard. So my grandma did like put the pins and my scarf on and my hat for me. So then it was all looking good from all directions because I can't see the back of my head. But basically we placed my hat on this side here so that you're still showing your clips and stuff. Now my clips aren't in the exact places, but basically if you have pretty clips, that is the best thing, because they did have lots of like brooches and things like that. And then we just grabbed some more pins and we pinned this into my hair so that it didn't move. So we did have it on the one side. I think it was down a little bit more like that. Yeah, a little bit more volume. Like that. I feel like a schoolgirl putting this on. And we just focused all the pins down on the side and behind my hair because we didn't have to worry about the top, because as long as it's pinned in there, then it's not going to go anywhere. So did that, bring a little bit of volume back but not too much, like this. Then I basically popped on a bit of hairspray. I'm using the Cune Style Fix Brush Out Liqueur. Lacquer. I can't speak today. That was recommended by my hairdresser. I absolutely love it because it doesn't leave it all sticky. So that is basically the hair and the makeup. Then I also had a scarf on. I think it was like this. Yeah, I think that's how it was. Pull my hair back out and then made it tight. But you're meant to say stop when it's too tight. And then she clipped it together with one of my hair pins, my hair clips. So if you've got a brooch, then this is where it would come in handy to use that, but I didn't. So instead we used a hairpin like this, and then just fix my costume up. Like, ta-da! And you can see this is now like covering like my bra, so you can't see it anymore. You can't tell like the bra lines anymore. Sorry, this keeps moving because I've got my fan on. So I'm just going to quickly take you off camera and I'm going to take you off my stand and show you in the full length mirror what it all looks like on, because I do have shoes as well. Okay, so this is the full length outfit. So I got these shoes from Big W and they're definitely very 30s style. This is what the skirt looks like on with the belt and the top, and then the scarf. And I'll come in closer, you can see I've done it up there. This is what my hair is looking like. It's very messy compared to the actual day. I had the clips in nicer on the actual day. but I can't see the back of my head, so I can't see where everything is. Okay, so I did have 2 earrings in as well, but one just broke, so I've only got one in. But here it is here. So that's okay because the other side's covered by my hair anyway. But this is the full outfit. Then I had just like a little toy gun, and I can't hold them properly because I'm trying to hold my phone. And then I had the cigarette holder because that's what they all used back then. So this is what it looked like. But yeah, this is how I did my costume as Bonnie Parker for my 1930s 30th birthday party. So that is how I created Bonnie Parker costume for my 1930s themed 30th birthday party. So this is the finished look. I do have my little accessories here as well, and my broken earring. Please ignore that. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up button down below because it really helps me out. And if you're new, don't forget to join the family. Hit that subscribe button, change that notification bell to all so you don't miss any of my future videos. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. Bye!